Let's go again. Vagrant, haven't taken infestation. I'd very much appreciate your help.
How bad is this infestation?
You'll see soon enough.
What is going on, video game fiends, and welcome back to the channel to another Grandmaster Nightfall in Destiny 2 at the Lake of Shadows with one of the biggest cheeses. You know what I'm saying? El queso, the rotten cheese, el quesito, where you stand all the way out of bounds on top to fight the boss, because it was almost impossible to fight the boss. At least it was when I first started out. Up until now, obviously this level has been nerfed quite a bit, especially the end boss, because it really was unplayable. How do you create something so hard that people have to find a way to cheat, like I did and my other friends did? It makes no sense. How? I never understand that type of level development where you make something that's not fun. It really is extremely frustrating, because I've tried multiple times with multiple teams and I could rarely ever get it done. I've got it done a couple of times, but it was a struggle, and it should never feel like that. Difficulty should never feel like a struggle, like a frustration, like something that seems impossible, no matter how hard the content is, right? But since then, like I said, this level has been nerfed a bit, especially the boss area. You can actually stay down there and actually fight him. So I am using Gifted Conviction again, as I did my previous 3 Grandmaster Nightfalls. They're on my channel if you want to check those out. But here, as you see the gameplay, it's pretty much a similar loop to what I did the few previous Nightfalls. However, and this may be of a little shock to you, I actually paid attention to what was going on for this Nightfall. So I paid attention to the surges and what it did for any weapons that I was using. Believe it or not, I rarely pay attention to that. The only thing I pay attention to is obviously what weapons we need to stun champions. So because of the Void Surge, I decided to bring in Doom Petitioner and Velocity Baton. And the main exotic of choice is the kinetic super bad boy Kvastov. The reason for that choice is because kinetic weapons do extra damage if I match my super to the Void Surge that is in this Nightfall. Here is a quick look at the Prismatic build. Again, Facet of Solitude is what I opted in instead of Facet of Dominance. With all that said, the build worked perfectly fine. There could have been a couple of changes, right? You can change around a couple of things here and there, but it worked out really well for me. This is actually my second attempt. My first attempt, unfortunately, again, for a second time in a row, my stupid PlayStation 5 Pro messed up and did not record my first attempt without any practice. And I actually made it, and it was a much better attempt because we had a really good team. Again, Fire Team Finder, playing with randoms, not knowing what I'm getting myself into, and it obviously all worked out at the end of it all. It just sucks that I didn't have that first run, because it was a really good run. We were all in sync. So I cried a little bit thinking, damn, I'm not gonna find another team that's not gonna want to do the cheese. But this is actually my second game, and I found a team that we went ahead and actually did it without having to do the cheese. And again, that then boss is really nerfed a bit, so it's not anywhere near as difficult as it was years back. I mean, they really toned it down, so don't be afraid to stay down there. It's really not that hard. Get yourself a Titan, especially with this season's artifact. Get yourself an Art Titan, get in there, and you'll be fine and dandy, I guarantee. I also did another video with my original build with Lucky Pants and Malfeasance that I used to use back in the day for this level, but this time I actually used it on Prismatic instead of Void, and it did extremely well. So well that I saved it to one of my loadouts, because I'm definitely use that build again, and maybe I'll share a build video for it.
Out it goes.
The classic Lucky Pants and Malfeasance build, this time on Prismatic. Very happy about that build, very happy about my run. I did it on my first try again with that build, so very capable. Again, I may share that build, and I'll probably do it as a short 3 minutes or under, just so you can get an idea of what I was using. And as you've been seeing throughout the whole gameplay, I haven't had any type of difficulty with any area, with any of the enemies. So Gifted Conviction, again, coming through S tier exotic if you use it correctly. You know, the one thing I wasn't carrying was a pistol to, you know, for the barriers, but that's why I use Gifted Conviction and Acrobat Start to make myself radiant if I am in a situation where I have to take down a barrier shield. But we'll talk more about that when we get to the build section. But not everything is chocolate and strawberries. I did get eliminated 3 times, so I perished 3 times. 2 of them I call BS, 1 of them legit. You'll see when I get to them. You let me know if they were BS. I'll point them out. I think they were BS, but yeah, I'm gonna let this play through. I think my first death is coming up here. I think it's coming up here, but I'm gonna let this play through. I'll be back in a few.
bound to be a bit bigger than the rest.
And fleshy with tentacles? Deborah has seen a hornet recently.
Yes, well, out it goes.
All right, guys, that is that. Very doable ever since they nerfed that level. Kvastov, Velocity Baton with Attrition Orbs and Demolitionist. Here is Petitioner with Envious Assassin and Precision Instrument. I actually almost thought about bringing in a Hammerhead with Target Lock or even Edge Transit, but then I wouldn't have anything for the Unstop, so I opted for that, which works out well. Still does good damage, but not so much for the end boss. Here's a look at my mods. Nothing too crazy, pretty much similar to my last build, for the exception of the Void Reserves and Void Scavenger. Now let's take a look at Prismatic again. Pretty much identical to what I used in my other build, other than Facet of Solitude, which replaces my Facet of Dominance. Facet of Solitude, very, very powerful fragment, but you can use Facet of Dominance, your choice if you want to end up trying this build. I use either or. So let's get into the other ones. Like I said, similar: Facet of Hope, Facet of Protection, Facet of Purpose, and obviously we're gonna go on ahead and use Ascension and Stylish Executioner, because you know we like the invis. Again, Deadfall this time around for the Surge, so I can get more kinetic power to my Kvastov. So that's it, guys. If you made it to the end, thank you for watching, and like my beautiful goddaughter loves to say,
like and subscribe.
until the next one, keep on gaming.